Hi, Eisno here with the Duck, and welcome to Horrific History, the channel that puts the horror into all things historic. Those of you who are subscribed, welcome back. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button if you like this video. So sit back, relax and enjoy today's story. John Sage. John Sage, or Dragfoot, the butcher of the Scots, was a perverse torturer. He was given the moniker Dragfoot after a foot injury on the battlefield which caused him to limp. Although some say he was more of a man of legend like Robin Hood or King Arthur, while others claim he was indeed a real man. However, whatever the truth may be, John took immense sadistic pride in his job, revelling in his chosen field of torture, and as if the castle's hideous torture devices were not enough, he even spent time inventing new ways to inflict pain and misery on his helpless victims. And he certainly didn't have a shortage of prisoners to test his new inventions on, as up to 50 Scots arrived at the castle's dungeon each week, and all had a terrifying appointment with John Dragfoot Sage. Although John apparently only spent 3 years at Chillingham, he gruesomely ended the lives of 7,500 men, women and children. The unfortunate Scottish prisoners held in the castle dungeon suffered utterly horrific deaths at the hands of Sage. He burnt to death the adults and all the children in the castle's courtyard and forced the younger children to watch his despicable acts. The children were then taken to the Edward Room and brutally butchered to death with an axe. This axe can now be seen on display in the castle. Some people report seeing the large chandelier in the Edward Room swinging on its own and say the room has an utterly foul smell of death. It's also told that he can be seen strolling through the gardens of the castle. Sage died sometime around 1200 by hanging. He had apparently been making love with his girlfriend in the dungeon, using a torture rack to fulfill his sordid fantasies, and accidentally strangled the poor woman in the process. Her distraught father gave Chillingham a non-negotiable ultimatum: put Sage to death or suffer an onslaught from his army. When Sage was thankfully hanged from the large garden tree in the castle courtyard, onlookers enthusiastically celebrated by slicing off pieces of his body whilst he was choking, and the life slowly draining from his body. You'll be pained to hear that's it for today. So if you like this video, myself and the Duck implore you to like and subscribe. If you have any stories you'd like us to cover, do let us know in the comments, and if you must and feel so inclined, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. As always, stay weird and bye for now. Quack, quack, quack.